Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to my YouTube channel, The School of Love. My name is Maria, and I am helping people discover their inner potential for love, towards oneself and towards the others. Today, I invite you to a new episode from the series, What I Wish I Knew When I Was Younger. Of course, there are many things one wishes one had known when one was younger. But in this episode, for the sake of brevity and clarity, I will focus on one element which seems to me very important and crucial in today's society. That is the value of compassion. As it will become clear from in the next minutes, I understand compassion as a combination of empathy and integrity. So, what is compassion, apart from being a combination between integrity and empathy? Compassion is one person's ability both to stay with the emotions of someone else without losing oneself in those very emotions, and to be able to do something about the emotions or the emotional states of the other person. On the contrary, so when I compare compassion with codependence, this is a term from psychology. Codependence means getting so much entangled with someone else's emotions that one loses the ability to keep one's own individual emotional autonomy. And this is quite a danger. Codependency can become a huge problem if one loses control of it, and it appears mostly in people who have suffered some sort of trauma in the past, more particularly in their early childhood. So now I will break down these elements of compassion and what it means, so that it becomes easier for all of us to put into practice this idea of compassionate existence. Number one, empathy. Empathy is the ability to put oneself into the proverbial shoes of another person, in one's immediate vicinity or at a distant space or time. For instance, when we watch news in TV or a movie, respectively when we read literary books or reports of historical events and can identify the emotions or emotional states of the people involved, either fictional or real. This is empathy. To feel what someone else is feeling, either in our immediate reality, like with our family, with our friends, or in a mediated reality, like in the media, for instance, news, or in the cinema, or in a fictional environment, like novels or dramas. One crucial dimension in perceiving empathy is to learn to differentiate between one's own emotions and the emotions of the others. For this, healthy, solid, clear boundaries are essential. Number two, integrity. Integrity is the ability to have a backbone or a spine. In other words, to be who you are unapologetically, constantly, to behave in a manner consistent with your thoughts, beliefs, emotions. Because we are human, I would say that nobody is of 100% integrity, but the higher one's level of integrity is, the more respect he or she inspires into those around him or her, and the less that person has to fake some sort of ideas or behaviors. So integrity is to be who you are, to have discovered your core identity at some point, usually in your mid-30s or 40s, and then to stand by it, while at the same time being open to development, being open to change. Number three, Emotional intelligence. According to Daniel Goleman, the initiator of this think tank, and of other researchers who have been dealing with this topic, emotional intelligence, or EQ, is the ability to identify, process, articulate, manage, soothe, respectively, self-soothe one's own emotions, or the emotions of others, but it very much refers to oneself. This is a fundamental ability to develop, according to some experts, even more important than IQ or classical intelligence. In one of future videos, I'll explain how to develop emotional intelligence. Number 4, mental fortitude. Mental fortitude is the ability to attain and keep clarity in your mind, particularly in those moments of tension and when immediate, decisive action is required. Compassion is mostly associated with a passive state of acceptance, but courage to take action and to push towards solutions is, in my humble opinion, a very important part of being a compassionate person. And this is where mental fortitude comes in. If we just sit with someone and express our understanding of the emotions, but are not able to gently instruct them in their next move and eventually support them in some way in their development, then just passive acceptance doesn't really help much. Some people say it's enough to just sit with someone. I am more on the proactive side of compassion, where I think it's good to have solutions and to gently suggest them to the person who needs it. Of course, unsolicited advice is bad, so it really matters to feel in the moment and to observe the situation and to make informed decisions. Number 5, the 3 elements, the 3 abilities, non-physical abilities, which make a human being able to thrive in the world on one's own. Confidence, strength, authenticity, vulnerability, and consistency. Actually 5, not 3. These five characteristics refer to one's personal ability both to stay with the emotions of someone else without losing oneself in those emotions, and to find ways to deal with them proactively, as I have said previously. Confidence is the ability to believe in oneself and to carry oneself in the world accordingly. Strength refers to the existential attitude based also on physical prowess, which allows for straightforward addressing issues, even if that means sparking conflict instead of dancing around the bush, knowing that honest confrontation or honest conflict has more social value than dishonest harmony. Authenticity is the willingness to stay as the unique, imperfect human being that one is in front of oneself and of the others. We are all works in progress. Some say we are eternal beings having a bodily experience. The way I see it, being authentic means doing your best to be who you are at every given moment, while doing your best to move forward in life as well. Vulnerability relates to one's transparency of emotions and to self-awareness of those very emotions. For instance, you like a movie, you say so, even though some people might disagree with you. You like a person or an idea or a place, or you hold dear of a memory, you say so, and you stay behind that, and you do not hide behind the approval and validation of those around you. Finally, consistency is the constant pursuit of being who you are, of discovering who you are, of exploring who you might be, and sharing the process of exploration as well as the results of that exploration in a balanced manner with those around you. Consistency is key in stable, constructive, interhuman relationships. As people change throughout their lives, but being consistent in your approaches and reactions, regardless of the stage of your life, gives those around you a sense of safety and balance. In one of future videos, I'll explain how to develop compassion, as well as each of these 5 elements leading to healthy, solid compassion. Stay tuned. And that would be it for today. Thank you for being with me today, and I'm looking forward to greeting you again very soon. Love and peace to you all.